Yo, so what's up, people? This is Robert Bassano. Thought I'd share with you guys another video. Um, some information I found on another Japanese company called Obayashi Technologies. I was doing some research on my own for advanced tech project I'm working on, and I just happened to, stumble across this company to see what it is they were doing, kind of get some ideas, for reference. And man, I tell you, I started looking through some videos, man, and something caught my attention regarding space elevators. And I thought to myself, man, this can't be real. Of course it's not real. Because logically speaking, if you're going to put a steel cable or some nanocarbon fiber type of cable, tethering it from the surface of the earth up into the atmosphere in space, what the hell is it going to be anchored to? Think about that. What the fuck is this cable going to be anchored to? You know it's going to be anchored to the stationary damn flat earth. But what is it going to be anchored to when it gets out into space above 328,000 fucking feet? You can't attach it to no fucking satellite. So what the hell is it going to be anchored to? Right? Think about that shit. Space elevator. Now, supposedly, this shit is potentially based on the fact that it could be tethered to the fucking ISS or some satellite that's in geosynchronous orbit. But wait a minute. If satellites exist, don't they fucking move at over fucking 10,000, 12,000, 15, 17,000 miles an hour? The ISS is at 17,500 miles an hour in an elliptical fucking orbit. So how in the motherfucking hell are you going to tether a cable to the ISS and don't expect centrifugal force or the inertia to pull that motherfucker back down to the ground? But it's crazy, man. They got people believing this shit. We know that a space elevator, if you're a flat earther, a space elevator can only exist if you were a flat earther. Flat plane surface, non-rotating flat earth. They're saying this thing would be tethered to the ISS and be moving with the planet. Man, that's a bunch of bullshit, man. You guys got to see this video for yourself. I'm going to show it to you. Just stand by and watch this shit. So this company says the space elevator is planned to be built by the year 2050. Obayashi pursues the potential for the future of space elevator from a construction standpoint and describes a newly designed whole space elevator system, including its construction process, which we designed on the basis of work by construction engineers who completed the world's tallest freestanding tower, Tokyo Sky Street, in 2012. In the following animation, a space elevator which climbs from the Earth port as a departure port for people to geostationary Earth orbit station at a height of 36,000 kilometers is featured. 36,000 kilometers. Man, they must be fucking stupid. I mean, really? Really? Not only do you want to keep people dizzy as a motherfucker, thinking that they spinning around every fucking day, and they're on a ball, but you want to make sure you maintain that shit. You gonna send them up. You gonna send them up in geostationary fucking Earth orbit at 3,600 fucking kilometers into space. I can't fucking believe this shit, man. It's fucking incredible.
A space elevator is a transportation system which connects the Earth with space. When compared with a rocket, it will be very effective for carrying cargo and people, and therefore, a space elevator is highly expected to be an economical and environmentally friendly transportation method. Prior to 1991, the concept of a space elevator had been considered to be a dreamy idea because there existed no material which was light enough or strong enough to be used to make a cable connecting the Earth with space. This changed when, in 1991, carbon nanotube, a fairly light and strong material, was discovered, which has increased the likelihood for making the space elevator a reality. An artificial satellite circling the Earth maintains its altitude by moving fast enough not to fall against the Earth's gravity force. An artificial satellite that circles over the equator at an altitude of around 36,000 kilometers is called a geostationary satellite because it looks like it's at rest when seen from the Earth.
So hold on for a second. They're trying to say that a geosync orbit satellite, which is traveling fucking probably 10,000 fucking miles an hour. Now, from the surface of the Earth, that's fucking looks really slow. But let's just say, for all intents and purposes, scientifically speaking, factor in that fucking speed. This fucking thing is spinning around. Now, if the ISS, they claim, is losing 1.2 fucking miles of altitude in every orbit it takes around the Earth, it loses 1.2 miles. Loses 1.2 miles. That's 10,000 fucking feet. So you better be damn fucking sure that a geosync orbit satellite, which we all know is bullshit, is definitely losing that much or maybe more in altitude. So you're going to tether a fucking cable on the surface of the fucking flat Earth to some shit stuck in the ground, and you're going to have it connected to a fucking geosync fucking specialized satellite that's got to be fucking huge as hell, and it's going to be moving around the Earth. But wait a minute. What about the speed of the Earth? Isn't the Earth moving at 1,000 miles an hour? So you got two different varying fucking speeds, but you got this satellite moving 10,000 fucking times faster than the Earth's supposed to be rotating. And this cable is supposed to just stay in, when you're on the surface of the Earth, it's supposed to look like it's fucking stationary. That's the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard in my fucking life, man. Really? I mean, come on, people. Heliocentrists actually believe this bullshit? I'm gonna tell you what. They're talking about the space elevator shit for one simple reason. These motherfuckers never fucking been in space. They can't get there. They never got there. I said this shit in that Naval Research Laboratory report on upper atmospheric rocket testing. Nothing got beyond 73 miles. They can't fucking get up there to do shit. So they gotta start fucking around with this space elevator bullshit. And then they're gonna be able to say, okay, yeah, you see, we're at 36,000 kilometers. You can see all the satellites moving around and shit like that. And don't worry about it. They're never gonna crash into the fucking cable that's sticking out of the motherfucking atmosphere. God damn. There's some stupid motherfucking people on this planet, man. I can't believe they believe this shit. You gotta be kidding me. The only way this is possible is on a stationary flat earth that's not rotating. I mean, really? The Japanese, I tell you what, man. U.S. is giving them a lot of motherfucking money, man, to pull this bullshit. Because you know you can't do this shit in the U.S. People look at that and be like, what the fuck is that?
From such a geostationary satellite, cables could be extended to both the Earth and space to help it keep its balance. And then climbers could go up and down along the cable to carry cargo and people. This is the space elevator. Now, let's look at the overall picture of the Obayashi Corporation space elevator. The total length is 96,000 kilometers. The place for arrivals and departures on the Earth is called an Earth port. At the altitude of geostationary orbit, the largest station, the geostationary station, is constructed. A counterweight on the space side tip of the cable is used to balance the weight of the space elevator.
Did he fucking say counterweight? Counterweight? So now you're going to be treating the fucking Earth like a goddamn yo-yo. A counterweight. What the fuck would the counterweight be? Because we know the fucking ISS can't get up there. And you ain't got nothing out there that it could be fucking tethered to act as a counter. So what the fuck are you going to be putting out there as a counterweight? This is fucking ridiculous, man. I can't believe this shit.
In addition to these, the following gravity centers can be built by taking advantage of the way that gravity diminishes with altitude. The Mars Gravity Center is constructed at an altitude of 3,900 kilometers, where the gravity is equal to that on Mars.
Did he say the fucking Mars? Did you see how close the Mars Gravity Center is? Mars? Why the fuck would they call it the Mars Gravity Center? I thought Mars is fucking supposed to be... Holy shit, the truth is coming out. This is the fucking truth, people.
The Lunar Gravity Center is constructed at an altitude of 8,900 kilometers, where the gravity is equal to that on the Moon.
Oh my God.
We will conduct research and training at each of these gravity centers at gravities that are similar to those found on the surfaces of both Mars and the Moon. The following gates and the space solar power systems would also be constructed. The Low Earth Orbit Gate is constructed at an altitude of 23,750 kilometers. From here, artificial satellites are deployed down into the low Earth orbit, which is located at an altitude of 300 kilometers. The large-scale space solar power systems are constructed around the geostationary station using the space elevator. Geostationary satellites are deployed from this station. Beyond the geostationary orbit, we construct facilities for planetary exploration and resource mining in the solar system. Once a spacecraft is deployed from a certain altitude, it can escape the gravity field of the Earth by utilizing the circling speed, and can then be inserted into the orbits of the other planets. The Mars Gate is constructed at an altitude of 57,000 kilometers, where Mars-bound spacecraft will be deployed. The counterweight also plays a role as the Solar System Exploration Gate, which can send spacecraft to Jupiter or asteroids.
So they got it all figured out. They're like, we can't use rockets to get fucking beyond 200-300 kilometers. Not even fucking beyond 350,000 feet, which is just a little bit above the Kármán line. So if you can't get anything out there, why are you talking about launching artificial fucking satellites? Isn't there supposed to be satellites already out at these altitudes? Oh, wait a minute. Oops. Let that fucking cat out of the bag, huh? This is incredible.
Next, we will describe how the space station will be constructed. Materials needed for the construction and assembly of the construction spacecraft are transported in several batches to the low Earth orbit using rockets. The spacecraft drifts upward using electric propulsion while circling the Earth. After reaching a geosynchronous orbit, it then starts circling at the same speed as the Earth's rotation. Once the spacecraft arrives at a given location, it moves up by simultaneously reeling out a cable that is equipped with thrusters at the tip. Around 8 months after the rocket launch, the cable reaches the Earth's surface, and the spacecraft, which reaches an altitude of 96,000 kilometers, becomes a counterweight. Construction climbers go up one after another by attaching additional reinforcing cables to the preceding cable, and then join the counterweight at the top. After the cable completes the reinforcement, roughly 500 times, we start to use the climbers to carry cargo and people. The climbers weigh 100 tons each. A geosynchronous station is assembled with parts transported to a geosynchronous orbit using the completed cable. And then, the other facilities are constructed in parallel until the entire space elevator is completed. The Earth port, which is installed on the Earth's surface, is the arrival and departure gate to Earth. The Earth port is constructed in 2 sections, one onshore and one offshore on the equator.
Wait a minute. I've seen this before. There was a movie where I saw this shit. Let me show you where I saw this. Is that the cable they're talking about? That's gotta be it. That's gotta be the cable. That's gotta be the fucking cable.
Direct Enterprise. Distance to target 5,000 meters.
Flat Earth like a motherfucker.
4,600 meters from the cliff. 4,000 meters to target. 4,000 meters. 3,000 meters. 3,000 meters. 2,000 meters.
The onshore section is a town that contains a space elevator monitoring facility, a large airport, and big hotels where people and goods gather from all over the world, together with research institutes and factories related to space business. The offshore section, which is connected by an undersea tunnel, is where the major facilities of the Earthport are constructed, including the climber arrival and departure gates, a gate lobby, administrative facilities, hangars, repair factories, warehouses, and a research and development center. The offshore facility is located on a circle-shaped structure of a diameter of 400 meters. It floats on the ocean, with the buoyancy of the hollow lower part made from concrete. Usually it is anchored to the bottom of the ocean, but if necessary it can be moved. The tension of the cable is controlled with a ballast adjustment system using seawater. The biggest station of the space elevator, a geosynchronous station, employs large-scale space solar power generation and research and development utilizing the space environment, and is also used as a sightseeing spot. The geosynchronous station is vertically elongated and composed of many units. The combination of similarly shaped units simplifies transportation and assembly, and also allows the station to expand and the units to be replaced in case of failure. The unit is a hybrid structure made of metal panels and flexible membrane walls, and has a length of 10.8 meters. During transportation to the station, 3 units are combined, which are towed by the climber. Each unit is compactly retracted in the shape of a triangular prism with sides that measure 3.6 meters each. During geosynchronous orbit, each unit is inflated with compressed air to be 6 times larger and will have a hexagonal prism shape. Longitudinal development allows for a vertical spiral shape configuration. Longitudinal and lateral development allows for an arbitrary combination of the units, which can be varied according to its function. The inside of the geosynchronous station is filled with air, similar to that on the Earth. However, due to the non-gravity environment, the human body will float. There are many problems to be overcome before the space elevator can be made into a reality. However, if these problems were solved, if the development of the carbon nanotube cable and climbers were completed, then, assuming a construction period of 25 years, we believe that the operation of the geosynchronous station could begin in the year 2050.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. So the funny thing about all this is that someone did an actual physics presentation on this, trying to explain all of it. It was all theoretical. But we all know, if you're a flat earther, we all know that this shit is impossible. It's fucking impossible on a globe spinning at over 1,000 miles an hour. You heard him say the platform could be moved. You hear them talking about a satellite moving with the rotation of the Earth. That's all bullshit. NASA already said the Earth don't move. And we all know that this is only possible on a stationary, flat Earth. But the one problem remains. This'll never fucking exist. It won't exist because you have nothing stationary on the other end. You have nothing stable on the other end to anchor the other end of that cable to. Space elevator my ass. Same goes for the fucking space shuttle program. I saw a video on somebody else's channel the other day where they actually showing the holographic glitch from the engines. All fucking fake. Eat people. And the more of these companies we start finding that's involved in this kind of shit, man, trying to get us to believe we're on a fucking spinning ball and, you know, NASA's doing this and we experimenting with all this other... man. I'm just fucking confused right now, man. I can't say that I actually knew all this shit was going on because I knew it was, but shit, without the proof. It's not conjecture anymore, man. It's not hearsay. You got these companies faking all this bullshit that's going on, man. I mean, somebody just sent me an email today showing a patent that NASA has filed in 1966 creating a virtual fucking sun, man. God damn. I don't know what to tell you anymore. This is fucking incredible. And this picture I'm showing you here right now, that's a fucking model from a company called Thoth Technology. I'm going to put the link in the description of the channel. There's 3 links I'm going to put for you guys so you can start checking this shit out for yourself. But this shit is too funny, man. It's too funny. I'm actually looking forward to what else I might fucking find, man. Who knows? But this is definitely what the Wizard of Oz was really all about, man. It's breaking my fucking heart to see this shit.